Hello, students. Hope you are doing well. So here we have another question uh, on the topic of identifying the odd one out question types. So if you see that the direction clearly stated that there are 5 sentences and all these sentences related to our topic are given below. 4 of them can be put together to form a meaningful and coherent short paragraph. So what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to identify the odd one out. So, and we need to choose the number as the answer and key item. Okay, so the purpose is nothing but to identify the odd one out. Let's analyze each of the sentence and try to find out the odd one out in this sequence. So the first thing is called as I'm particularly, or the first sentence stated here, I'm particularly curious about what? Fontenelle, Fontenelle, because I want to know more about how dams change the dynamic of the river. Second sentence said, like nearly all water sources in the Western US, it has been dammed up, sprayed thin, and abused. Option sentence 3 stated, water is mild. In the future of the climate, it's tied to the physical, political, and economic divide between urban areas and rural ones. And it is crucial to the debate about future energy sources. The fourth one, and more than anything, it is indispensable. More than oil, more than food, so these are the things. And 5 said, drought has racked most of the western half of the US since the beginning of the 21st century, draining reservoirs and depleting aquifers. Now, out of these 5 sentences, what do we think that? If we make the sequence, then only we can find out the logical sequence and the odd one out of it, isn't it? So if we look into the sentences, I'm particularly curious about Fontenelle because I want to know more about how dams change the dynamic of the river. Now, this one is indicated the first person discussion. So here maybe the author particularly interested about Fontenelle because you wanted to know more about the dams, how dams change the dynamic form of a or dynamic of a river, isn't it? Now, in that sentence, this could be considering as the author's interest. Now, if I look into the sentence two describes what? The widespread damming and abuse of water resource in the Western US, right? Isn't it? Because it is stated like nearly all water sources in the Western US, it's been dammed up, spread thin, and abused. So in that case, it is talking about the widespread damming and abuse of water sources. Now, if I look into that, it is elaborating on the environmental challenges related to water management. So, and if I talk about three. Three could be called as appropriate form of the introducing sentence because it begins with water is mild as a general form of the sentence. But two begins with like, it seems like a kind of a comparison. And option 4 begins with a kind of a conjunction. And 5 said drought has racked most of the. So this one could be called as a introducing one. So option 2 and option 5 can be called as introducing sentence, but not the all the other. Let's see that if I start with the not the option 2, option 3 and 5. Now, how option 3? Because option 3 stated water is mired in the future of the climate. It is tied to the physical, political, and economic divide between urban areas and rural ones, and it is crucial to the debate about future energy sources. So, sentence 3 discusses what? The multifaceted, the multifaceted role of water, isn't it? Role of water, linking it to various aspects such as climate, you can say that such as climate and urban-rural divide and energy sources, providing nothing but a broad, you could say that a broad perspective on the importance of water. So therefore, we can consider three could be called as the introducing one, as it is indicating about nothing but the broader perspective or multifaceted um, thought, you can say that, thought about water. Now, in that case, if I look into the next one, sentence 5, what does it say? Drought has racked most of the western half of the US. So, sentence 5 provides specific information about what? Now, specific information about, you could say, um, the impact of a drought, right? So option 3 is stated about water, how water is varied ways helping to the different areas. So whereas option 5 provides specific information about the impact of uh, drought on water resources in the Western US and contributing to the discussion on, you can talk about water management. Water, water management, isn't it? So in that case, water management challenges, you can say, water management challenges. So in that case, you can point out option 2 and or sentence 2 and 5 forms a kind of a sentence or order, isn't it? Now, in that case, if I, not option 2 and 5, option 3 and 5, option 3 and 5 forms a kind of a sequence or order. Now, if I go with the next one, um, option 2 would be the next appropriate one because it's stated like nearly all water sources in the Western US, it has been dammed up, spread thin, and abused. So sentence 2 describes nothing but the widespread damming and abuse of water source in the Western US, further elaborating environment challenges. So 5 is called as one of the environmental challenge related to water management. Option 2 also state the same. Now, in that case, option 4 would be the continuation of it because option 4 indicated what? It emphasizes the significance of water, positioning it as more uh, indispensable than oil or food, which aligns with the broader theme of the importance of water resources, because that is what it is pointed in option 4. Hence, you can consider option 3, 5, um, 2, 4 would be the appropriate sequence, right? And we find out one becomes the odd one out. Why? Because sentence one stands out as the odd one out. It provides a more abstract, you can say that, abstract and philosophical, you can say that, abstract and philosophical reflection on the role of water, right? And contrasting with the, you can say that, um, other sentences that focus on specific challenges, and you can talk about impacts related to water management, water management and uses. Hence, you can point out sentence 1 doesn't directly contribute to the coherent narrative of the paragraph and becomes the odd one out. Hence, we can consider option 1 is the odd one out. Option 1. Hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.